Hey, it is the Bone Crusher. A little late, but I'm here. That's got to count for something, right? Welcome to Dugout the Foul Man and Kelly B. We'll have to get an update on Kelly B's kidney stone here shortly. If you're just joining us, it is 0-0, top of the first. Braves batting, 1 out. Ozzy is at the plate with a 1-1 count, and we are facing the Phillies tonight. Ozzy's going to foul it off. We'll count 1 and 2. And if I can get an audio check, mic check. that'd be great. All right, well, the Phillies, they are in a situation where there is like I guess a 4 or 5 team race, and Ozzy's going to ground that to the first baseman, who flips it over to the pitcher, who is covering in time, 2 away. The Phillies are in a situation where they are with like 4 or 5 other teams within like a handful of games for that final wild card spot. There's 2 wild card spots, and I guess the Phillies, the Mets, Cubs, I forget who else is in that hunt. So this is an important game for the Phillies, even though they're way behind us for the division. Freddie Freeman, his batting average is up to 305, 117 RBIs. That is inside. 1-0 to Freddie Freeman. And I was just thinking about the wild card game. They take the 2 wild card teams and they play a 1-game series. And I'm thinking, a 1-game series is really not adequate. I get it's just wild card, but maybe it should be a 3-game series. You play 160 whatever games in a season just to play 1. But that 1 game, I guess it will be a pressure cooker, whomever is in it. 2-1 count to Freddie Freeman. Eflin is the pitcher for the Phillies. Freeman pulls that one foul. Let's see if we can get this scoreboard looking a little better. Or maybe not. Come on. Always got to wrestle with that thing. That's great. Oh, it's just messing with me. All right, there. Don't touch it. Two count to Freddie Freeman. The pitch from Eflin. Way upstairs. Full count. And Eflin looks like he's about a 7 foot tall. He's probably in the giraffe family or very close to it. 3-2 pitch to Freddie Freeman, and that is a walk. All right, so the Braves got 1 on with 2 out here in the top of the first for the Mullet Man. And the third base coach is standing by with an umbrella in case Donaldson hits a home run. We can hand him the umbrella as he crosses third base. Then he can go to home. But where's my umbrella? I have to ask producer Beth for the umbrella. So get your umbrellas ready. Donaldson takes that fastball right down the gullet. 0-1. The cock of the walk, Josh Donaldson, the bringer of rain, the Mullet Man. The $20 million paycheck and the $6 haircut. The 0-1 pitch. Downstairs, just a little low. Might have been like it was a fastball. Had a little movement there. Could have been a splitter. Most people are accustomed to the Braves There, what was going on there? That's why we asked for a mic check. That's going to be hit into right shallow field. The outfielder is able to get to it. Had to cover a lot of territory. That's out number 3. Right, bottom of the first. Next. Play-by-play reaction. Sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. Check out the Treasure Hunt blasts in the description. Seemed all right. What up? Oh yeah, you got that listed? Oh. We have some World Series mugs coming to treasurehunt.ga tonight. It was the Giants and... which World Series was that? Who's on the mug? The Giants and... we don't remember. We'll find out. I forgot too. And an American League team. Okay. It's just the Giants. It's World Series Championship mugs, the Giants. Okay, I thought it had. Because, yes. Alright, so San Francisco Giants World Series mugs will be available tonight. You know, if we see Braves swag when we're, you know, at our warehouse, we'll grab it, but, you know, get what we can. Alright, Dallas Kegel exercises. Pitching for the Braves tonight. And the bottom of the first is underway. That's going to nick the corner for a strike. 0-1. Pulled foul. 1-1. Segura leading off for the Phillies in the bottom of the first. Oh, 2 pitch. That's in the dirt. 1-2. Dallas kicks and fires the 1-2. He swings at that trash. Strikeout. So the first batter of the night for the Phillies goes down on strikes. And that was a close game yesterday. The Braves lost by 1. And I'm going to work on my Goose 76 mannerisms. He sticks his fingers in my mouth, and I sometimes leave my mouth open. So I need to... that because I used to have a deviated septum. I had surgery. It's still a bit deviated. So if I have trouble breathing, I'll be a slack-jawed yokel. And there is a strike. 0-1 to Real Muto. And that's going to be popped up to the second baseman. Ozzie has it, out number 2. I don't think the cat likes that brand of cat food I got it anymore. They had some like grain-free stuff on sale. It's like half off at the Winn-Dixie, so I got it and they loved it. And now they don't want to go back to the regular cat food. And don't jump on the laptop, Claw. Come here. Come here, buddy. Bryce Harper batting now, 254, 31 home runs on the season. He's got just over 100 RBIs, I believe. And Harper takes that for a ball. Downstairs changeup, 1-0. Dallas fires the 1-0. And that changeup is going to catch the lower edge of the plate. 1-1. All right, the 1-1 to Harper. Low and away. Real important series for the Phillies as they try to stay in the wild card hunt. The 2-1. Harper pulls that foul, and the ball girl has that. Nice play. I don't think they just let any of these kids be ball boys and ball girls. They probably have to practice. I don't know if there's a tryout for that, how that works. Usually those people playing, in the outfield, the ball boy, ball girl, have some decent skills. 2-2 to Harper, downstairs, full count. Three-two to Harper. Just got a piece of that. Still a full count. Yeah, so if we look in the standings, that wild card hunt that the Phillies are in, they're competing with the Nationals. The Mets are right there. Cubs, Brewers. In fact, I would say the Nationals, they've got like a 4.5 game lead on the Phillies for that first wild card slot. 3-2 pitch to Harper. Just outside. He walked him. So the Phillies have one on with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. So after the Nationals, it's, Phillies, the Mets are a game behind the Phillies. Cubs, Brewers are in the wild card hunt as well. Yeah, at least 4 teams, at least, trying to get that second wild card spot. Hoskins, he comes in with 27 homers, 80 RBIs, batting .236. That is a strike. Braves have a 9.5 game lead over the Nationals in the division. How close are we? We're about 4 games behind the Dodgers, I guess, for the best record in the league. 0-1 pitch. That's downstairs, and that gets away from the catcher. Harper advances to second. Yeah, I don't have to read the back of the jersey to figure that's probably Flowers behind the plate tonight. That was right in front of him. It bounced up into the crotch area, rolled away, and he eventually went and picked it up. But it's called a wild pitch because it bounced in front of the plate, or bounced on the plate, around the plate. But it bounced right, you know, it wasn't like out of his reach or anything by any stretch. That's fouled off. 1-2 to Hoskins. Braves have 90 wins and 56 losses. We are 8-2 in our last 10 games. The Dodgers are 6-4 in their last 10. The 1-2 to Hoskins, that gets away from Flowers as well, but Harper stays at second, luckily. So yesterday I go to my normal Chinese restaurant, the Jin King, and I don't know what this, here in Florida, when I moved here, I noticed every Chinese restaurant without fail is called Jin something. And I had never heard that before. So at first I thought they're all owned by the same people. I'm like, why is everything called Jin? And that's just some sort of ubiquitous name for Chinese restaurant in Florida that I had never heard of. There's no Jins on every corner in Macon or, you know, somewhere in Georgia or Tennessee. All right, full count now to Hoskins. That was a ball, 3-2. See if Dallas can strike him out, or takes the sign, looks back, Harper, and kicks and fires, and that is a slow chopper to Dansby. On to Freeman in time. Inning is over, no damage done. 0-0 after 1. The Braves will be batting next. We are in Philadelphia tonight, and play-by-play reaction is also sponsored by the VHS Digibarn. Do you know what a VHS tape is? I bet the younger guys in the dugout don't even know what that is. Well, it's probably something your parents watch pornography with. We can digitize those for you at vhsbarn.ga. And we got 6 in the dugout. Welcome aboard. Make sure you hit the like button for us and crush the share. Do the subscribe, ring the bell. I don't know, there's a shitload of things to get done. Be right back. All right. And welcome Michael Mask in the dugout from Forsyth Road in Macon, Georgia. Maconga, Macon Bacon. Home of the Allman Brothers, Little Richard. New Way Wieners. And Riverside Drive. It's Matt Joyce batting 5th tonight, batting a cool .289. 7 home runs, 21 RBIs. Quietly becoming a consistent bat for us. And there's a fastball, catches the bottom edge of the plate, 0-1 or 0-2 to Matt Joyce. So last night, as I was starting to say, I went to the Chinese restaurant, and I'm accustomed to them always having their teenage daughter working the cash register. 1 and 2 is the count. That's way upstairs. You know, and I feel kind of bad. You know, have you ever noticed this? If you go into a Chinese restaurant, a lot of times there's a very young kid. I mean, I've seen them really young outside, 2 and 2. Maybe they're doing. I've even seen them like doing coloring books or doing little activities and then stop their kid activities to, you know, run the cashier, and you feel bad for them. And Matt Joyce goes down low to lift that one up to straightaway center field, but dude is there. 1 away. It's like, man, are there like child labor laws? I know it's a cultural thing. You know, shouldn't this kid be at home getting ready for bed? Maybe playing, just being a kid. But then again, I like my beef and broccoli for $6.99. You know what I'm saying? If they had to pay somebody to do that, my beef and broccoli would be $8.99 at least. All right, Camargo starting again tonight. Since returning from AAA Gwinnett, he is 5 for 10. That is outside 2-0 to Camargo. Nobody on, 1 out. Top of the second. Atlanta 0, Phillies 0. Welcome to Wednesday Night Baseball. Inside, 3-0. They can't get the free swinging Camargo to pull the trigger. And he takes that for a strike. 3-1. I know some of you guys are really fond of the duck sauce and the plum sauce and the mustard, and Camargo hits that pretty deep, but the left fielder's going to have that at the track, 2 away. But I'm going to say that probably 80% of the condiments that go out with the Chinese restaurant food, because they give it to you whether you want it or not, are going straight in the trash. We are literally pouring thousands of tons of soy sauce down in the trash, down the drain every year in this country. And in China, soy sauce isn't used very often as a condiment. I mean, they don't put it on their rice. They cook with it. It's a cooking ingredient. I mean, there's exceptions, but Flowers is going to take a strike, 0-1. And I am not a fan of most egg rolls. I mean, it's like this thick wrap with cabbage in it. Tyler swings and misses. 0-2, Flowers. I mean, egg rolls aren't very good. Now you start talking about spring rolls and lumpia, that, you know, stuff that isn't pre-frozen. Cabbage, and Tyler's chases the upstairs heater for the strikeout to end the top of the second. All right, more bitching about all the soy sauce we're wasting coming up. I know. First world issues. All right, here's some vintage Braves highlights. This is actually a vintage Braves commercial. You might recognize some of these players from that big 92 team. In fact, this is, I think, the promo they are running during that season after we took off. You're gonna like this team.
There's a drive, deep right center. That ball is gone. A grand slam. You all come out and see us. You're
1991 Atlanta Braves on TBS. We've got people talking. Have you heard how well the Braves are doing?
Pete Rose and the Philadelphia Phillies take on the Atlanta Braves Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Catch all the hits on your super sports station, WTBS. Catch the hits. Pete Rose and the Philadelphia Phillies take on the Atlanta Braves Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Catch all the hits on your super sports station, WTBS. Catch the hits. Pete Rose and the Philadelphia Phillies take on the Atlanta Braves Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Catch all the hits on your super sports station, WTBS. Catch the hits.
One count to Kingery. It's in the dirt, 1-1. I think I got these on backwards. That is better. Rocking the headset from Five Below. I don't know if you're familiar with this Five Below store. Everything is $5 or less, including these microphone with the microphone that hears everything. You can get the good microphones that have the noise cancellation and stuff. Those are a little more expensive. You know, this is a cheapo microphone designed just to pick up whatever, you know. 2-1 pitch to Kingery. Swing and a miss on the outside changeup, 2-2. And most Chinese people aren't eating sesame chicken. They're not eating that deep fried, battered stuff with sweet, sugary stuff gooped on it, which I love, by the way. Producer Beth doesn't want that, so I don't get to eat the sesame chicken anymore. And they give you the food portions are redonk. Did he check his swing? He went around. There's a strikeout, one away. It's Dallas's second K. So one out. Bottom of the second, 0-0 Braves Phillies. So probably half the stuff on the Chinese menu Chinese people won't even touch, and it's all Americanized. But you know, you're in America. So we had, I guess we had Asian last night. So tonight we're having Caucasian for dinner. We're having Caucasian for dinner tonight. That is a Bone Crusher original joke right there. And I don't have a lot of original material. I steal a lot. All right. 1-0 pitch to Dickerson. Pulled foul. We got 9 in the box. Welcome aboard. Mexican for Golovkin is here. I still am not driving my van. I still don't have a tag. Maybe it'll be in the mail tomorrow. The end of my... And Mexican for Golovkin has been with me every step of the way through this nearly 2-month fiasco with the car. 2-1 count to Dickerson. Dickerson's batting .343 his last 17 games. Got a hot bat. Dallas rocks and fires a 2-1. That is pulled foul. Yeah, keep the soy sauce. I mean, what do you at that point in time? If it's already in the bag and they got it tied up in the Chinese knot that I can't even open. The only way I can get to my food is just to rip and tear the bag. Producer Beth can just like, and it all comes open. I don't know what that Chinese knot is they use there. 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be hit well, but Ozzie has it on to Freddie, out number 2. Now, there's one Chinese restaurant I go to that just leaves all that stuff on the side, and they don't tie the bag up, and you just, after they give you the bag of food, you can grab the soy sauce or the knife or the whatever you need. So I like that. Now, but you know, some people are going to take advantage of that, and it's like, take all the napkins, or they think they're, you know, getting a better, there's more of their money's worth. Like, I've seen a girl at the Waffle House, after she get her food, she ended up getting like 5, maybe half dozen extra forks, and they're all in those containers, you know, they're all wrapped up, the fork and the salt and pepper are all in a little piece of plastic, so that she gets a whole ass load of those to take with her. The 1-0 pitch to Hernandez. That's outside, 2-0. David Justice, Sid Breen with the Undertaker music when Sid Justice was one of our power hitters. There's a strike, 2-1. And we are looking forward to Falcons coverage this Sunday. I think that's a Sunday night game. 2-1 pitch outside. It's going to be on NBC, and I believe it's going to be a nationally televised game. So A-Bomb and myself have planned to do a joint broadcast. So tune in for that exciting... Stay tuned for partial entertainment. 3-1 pitched. That is just outside, and a walk. The batter started to walk to first, and he stopped and waited for the umpire just to be sure. Because if you start going to first on an obvious walk, the umpire sometimes will ring you up because he doesn't like you standing him up by not waiting on the call. So 2 away with a runner on first for the Phillies. Sean Rodriguez batting .214. 4 home runs and 11 RBIs. I am not overwhelmed by this Phillies offensive lineup. There's a changeup right down the gullet, 0-1. Got 10 in the box. Glad to have you aboard. Make sure you like. Thumbs it up. Crush the sub. We started the game with 161 subscribers. Outside, 1-1. And I'm having a cup of Kratom coffee right now. And welcome to the dugout, Anthony. I have pronounced his name correctly before. That's it to Dansby, who takes the force at first for out, or at second for out number Trey. All right. That will end the second, still 0-0 in Philadelphia. And we do have if you're a Phillies fan here, we do have some Philly Frankensteins. It was a Halloween promotion from a couple years ago. So these are like some pretty hard to find beer mugs. It's got Franco from the Phillies on it as a Frankenstein, as a Frankenstein. So it's like 2 puns in one. And I hate puns, but if you're going to do puns, that's, you know, it better be a good pun. Thank you, Anthony. The magic number, I did not realize it was 9 already. That is great. Terry Pendleton 9. TP. All right, let's go to break so I can put some more coffee in my coffee kratom. It looks like I've still got the cat video loaded up. All right, we'll watch this one more time. I had the cats won't let me touch them. I'm getting close. If I can start handling them, then we get them adopted and get them out of my yard. Because even though cats, they bury their business, all those cats back there, it's a smelly situation. If I can get these guys rehomed and get my backyard back. Alright, then there's a shot of Brian Snicker, the human peanut. Get that guy some cheekbones and maybe a jawline. I don't know how he folds his pillows. Probably pays somebody to do that anyway. 0-1 to Dansby, Hungry Man Dinner Swanson. 255 average, 17 home runs, 61 RBIs. The 0-1 pitch. Dives down low, 1-1. Yeah, that cat was having a good time. If you would like to adopt that cat. Fouled off, 1-2 to Dansby. I am not afraid of the Dodgers, Anthony. We beat them. I know their record is a little bit better than ours, but I'm curious. I should go back and look and say maybe after the last 2 months, who's the better team the last 2 months? Or even 30 days. That's just outside, 2-2. Like when I'm playing fantasy sports and I'm picking up somebody off a free agent, I look at how they're doing the last month. I'm not necessarily concerned how they were playing 3 months ago. I look at their overall average. Dansby pulls that foul, hit it hard, and the ball girl, the opposite side ball girl, makes a great catch. Man, these Philadelphia ball girls got some glove. Man, I'm 45 and I need to join a softball beer league or something. I still got some game left in me, or as Rocky said, I got a little something down in the basement. The 2-2 pitch. Just got a piece of that. And have you seen the movie Balboa? I guess that would be like Rocky 5, I don't know, Rocky 10 or something, but the Balboa one, there's some good speeches in there. And a couple clips of that have worked their way into the motivational pop culture circuit. So good movie, actually. I liked it. If you like the Rocky series. The 2-2. Outside, full count now to Dansby. Nobody out, nobody on. Top of the third, 0-0 Braves Phillies on the Bone Crusher Show. If I was out there on the West Coast with Anthony, that's fouled off, still 3-2. I could get you on a squad. I know some of those squads, like my ex-brother-in-law, he played, and they were very competitive, and And when you play sports, I'm very competitive, but there's a certain jock douchery that I want to avoid. 3-2. And Dansby strikes out there on the inside curveball or slider. 1 out. All right, Claw, you can jump up here, but don't jump on my laptop. You're going to ruin the game. All right, come on. There you are. Oh, he just wants to get on my laptop. I'm going to actually put you down, buddy. Sorry. Yeah, that Balboa movie, Mexican. I thought it was pretty good. I wasn't. The ending, the fight scene at the end was okay. It was pretty good. It wasn't all it could be, but the rest of the movie, I thought the cinematography was good. Little inside joke. And Claw is stepping on laptops. Don't end my show, Claw. That is a strikeout on Dallas. He goes down. 2 away. Cat wants some attention. Dang. Now that's Anthony is going to Vegas. His wife is in a softball tournament for women 40 and over, going for a 5-peat. Wow, I bet that is competitive. And a great excuse to go to Vegas. Well, honey, I got to go to Vegas. Sorry, got to do it for the team. Is she going to take you with her? So, man, I don't want you cramping my style, Anthony. You stay right here. 2-0 pitch. There's a fastball in there for a strike to Acuna. And I would definitely sign up for like a 40 and over league, or when I get 50, a 50 and over league, because I figure if I join it as young as possible, I'll probably be that much more competitive, 3-1 to Acuna. And Acuna checks his swing on that curveball. It's a walk. So runner on first with 2 out for Ozzie. Like a 45 and over basketball or softball, or I want to say football, but I guess it would just have to be flag football. Organic flat earth prepper. Yeah, watch your step. Be careful, Organic, because the earth is spinning very fast. It's no wonder we don't just fly right off. And Ozzie pulls that foul. 0-1. But I was doing some video editing yesterday, and I was looking at all these shots of earth spinning. It's like a lot of people gone through a lot of trouble to fabricate that lie. 0-1 pitch. No, he throws over back to first. Acuna slides back safely. And in India, I think they have maybe it's China. They've got a giant telescope. They say is picked up some like billion-year-old transmission. Now, they're not claiming it's necessarily artificial intelligence, or not artificial intelligence, but alien intelligence. So it could be like a sun or some kind of thing, but it's not a normal reception. So I think that would be the biggest story of our life if we made contact, or even just picked up a transmission. Throw back over to first, not in time. Count still 0-2 to Ozzie. 2 outs, top of the third, 0-0. Acuna takes his lead. Eflin checks the runner, takes the sign. Catcher setting up outside. Here's the 0-2. That's high up in the zone. Ozzie gets a piece of that. Will it stay in play? It does, and the left fielder has it right in front of the fans for out number 3. All right, we'll head to the bottom of the third next. The husbands stay out of the way. Playing softball drunk. Yeah, I mean, it's softball. Ooh. Mexican with the butt slam. All right, we're going to break. We're going to do it. I'm not going to run my mouth till the break is over. Go to treasurehunt.ga. Click on sports fans. If you ever done that, you probably noticed that. And what's happening is I'm basically just using an RSS feed of her eBay site to populate it. So every time she adds something on eBay, it should just show up there automatically, which it does. But for some reason, you see like 4 or 5 of the same thing over and over again. You got to just keep scrolling and scrolling, and you'll start seeing some different things. I'll have to work on that. And we're back. Change up outside is a ball. 1-0 to Eflin. That's a little high. 2-0 to their pitcher. Anthony's going to check out the treasure hunt site. Good for you, Anthony. And that's barely a strike to Eflin. 2-1 count. You might find something for your wife. You know, sports fan section's got a lot of swag there, but there's also original artwork, vintage stuff. There's all sorts of unusual things, but a lot of ladies' apparel as well. 2-2. But we've got those green. We've got some, and there's a swing and a miss, a strikeout for Eflin, and that's Dallas's third of the day. We just added the, and I forget what year it was, the San Francisco Giants World Series mugs when they won the World Series championship. We also have, it was Green Bay and Pittsburgh were in the Super Bowl back February of 2012. We got mugs from that. So, I mean, these are some don't know if you call that vintage yet, but that's going to be pretty hard to find. All right, downstairs, 1-0 to their leadoff batter, Segura. Batting .283. He golfs the 1-0 pitch. That is skied towards left, and Camargo has that, one away. Welcome to play-by-play reaction of the Braves and the Phillies, who are knee-deep in a wild card bid, battling it out with a few other teams for that last wild card spot. And the Braves' magic number 9er. Okay, and we just got a Arizona Diamondbacks card tag, a metal license plate. Now, some states you have to have a real card tag on the front and the back, but most states you just have one license plate on the back and you put a vanity plate on the front. That's change up in there, 0-1 to Real Muto. I wish I had a Braves card tag. I used to have one years ago. And my new van doesn't have a place for a front tag. My new uses hell van. Downstairs, 1-1. It's been sitting in the driveway for days now. I don't go anywhere in it because it doesn't have a tag, so I don't even feel like I own it yet. I'm still borrowing a car from work. They went ahead and put my sorry ass on their insurance. 1-1 is fouled off. And I really don't want to be using their stuff, you know, because then you owe them. And they treat you like you owe them something. The fact of the matter is your salary is so shitty I can't afford to maintain my car. But not very many companies let you borrow a car. Downstairs, 2-2. And we got Kidder 96 in the dugout. Welcome, Kidder 96. I've been to 2 Atlanta Braves games and 1 Baltimore Orioles game. Ah, you saw a game in Baltimore. That would be nice. I know A-Bomb is on his way to Chicago. I don't know when he's leaving, but he said that he won't be doing any live broadcast till Sunday, so I guess he's going to the game at Wrigley Field on Friday. It was today Tuesday. Today's Wednesday, so I guess he's about to get on the road. I don't know when he's leaving. And I'm sure he'll check in when he gets a chance. I hear that the bathrooms at the park in Baltimore are luxurious bathrooms. Realmuto chases the outside changeup. Strike 3 to end the third. Those bathrooms in Baltimore are like an English garden. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kidder 96. All right, 0-0 after 3. Braves will be batting in the top of the 4th. It'll be Freeman, Donaldson, and Matt Joyce batting next. Tonight's play-by-play reaction is also sponsored by the VHS Barn, the VHS Digi Barn. Turn your old VHS tapes into Digi Gold. I bet half the people in here don't even know what a VHS tape is. Well, we convert your old VHS tapes into a digital format. You can share that on Facebook, any social media, and cause an instant riot. In fact, I've got a family video of mine on the web page. When you go to the page, you'll see it from 1999. That's over at www. You don't have to say www anymore. Everyone knows to put in the www.vhsbarn.ga. Okay, we are coming back. And it is Freddie Freeman. The pitch. Freddie swings and misses. 0-1. If you try to go to the site treasurehunt.ga and you get some sort of warning, some proxy servers don't recognize that it is HTTPS, and they'll block it. 305 average for Freddie Freeman. Pulls the 1-2 pitch foul right into the Philly dugout. Well, I haven't been over there today, Anthony. Let's see. Yeah, it works for me. Of course it works for me. But yeah, if you have trouble getting to that URL, let me know. Well, actually what I can do. That's pulled foul. Still 1-2 to Freddie Freeman. Here is the actual URL without the address forwarding, and that is a grounder to short on the first in time, 1 away. Welcome to the dugout, moderator at large, A-Bomb. He's going to be at Wrigley Field on Saturday, but plans on being back in the studio for the Falcons game Sunday night. That is a hard-working broadcaster. I mean, that's what the pros got to do. Josh Donaldson going to be batting. So, hey, Bob, are you still in the ATL? I guess today's not the best day for flying out. 0-1 pitch coming up to Donaldson. That's outside and low, 1-1. Of course, today is the anniversary of September 11th. And I don't talk about that kind of stuff much in person or on public. 1-1 pitch. It just it will get me so angry. I just have to stay away from the topic. The San Francisco Giants mugs are from 2010. Now the links I have in the description for the mugs and stuff, those are links to eBay. That's a grounder to short, and Donaldson is safe. The throw is offline. The first baseman tries to tag him as he flies down the line. Donaldson slides around the tag but stays inside the baseline and is safe. I hope no one got banged up on that play. It was a tough catch and spin by the shortstop, and his throw was offline. And well, I don't know if he got him or not. Donaldson, I don't know if they're going to review that. And then he takes his hand off the bag and almost got tagged out. But they're not going to review it. It's called an error. 1 on, 1 out, top of the 4th. Matt Joyce swings and misses at the outside fastball, 0-1. A-Bomb's taking the limousine to the airport on Friday. You're going to stay at the Days Inn, go to the game, and fly out. You're going to Go party with some folks up in Chicago. Yeah, I mean, are you going by yourself? Do you know anybody there? That's fouled off 0-2. Look for A-bomb out somewhere. International playboy flying here, there, jet setting, going to games, getting 8 balls, He's a baller. Joyce with the 0-2 pitch. And he fouls that. Just got a piece of that. So we got 1 on, 1 out, top of the 4th. Atlanta 0, Phillies 0. Thank you for the audio-visual check, A-bomb. If anybody wants to apply to be a moderator with A-bomb going to be on the road, we are accepting applications for one more moderator, but it is not a glamour position that you think it is. 0-2 pitch downstairs, 1-2. There's a lot of hard work that goes on behind the scenes. You have to be willing to put D.A.B. Brewer in a timeout at any moment. A steady diet of subscribe, comments, 1-2 pitch, pulled foul to Matt Joyce. All right, a family reunion. Staying in an Airbnb, probably fully equipped with toilet cams. There'll be people in this crawl space watching you sleep. I've never done the Airbnb. 1-2. Inside 2-2. But I've thought that, if I take a job somewhere, why give up my place on the beach? Just rent that out, like Airbnb or something or whatever. Couple of weekends or whatever a month, and practically pay for rent that way. 2-2. Just low, full count, but I'm a lazy man, so I probably won't do that. Plus, the landlord probably would not approve of that. You hope to have your own bed. Yeah, you might have to share a bed with some guy that looks like Telly Savalas. Yeah, you should have read the description. You're only getting half a bed. Pulled foul, still full count. That's like that episode of Seinfeld where George Costanza has to, he ends up sleeping in his dad's bed with his dad. No, his dad sleeps in his bed with him. George is trying to go to sleep. His dad's up eating kashi. Yeah, there'll be some fat Telly Savalas guy eating burritos in bed with you. He'd be like, golly, you're not going to get, I'm only going to give you 4 stars. 3-2 pitch to Matt Joyce. Pulled foul, hit foul. So Eflin's pitch count is up to 77 here on the top of the 4th. We got 8 in the box. Glad to have you guys aboard. It's the Bone Crusher Show. Play-by-play reaction. The 3-2 to Matt Joyce. He hit that the opposite field, and that's a duck snort base hit. All right, he defies the shift and goes the other way for a single. So 2 aboard with 1 out. I did talk to a company today in New Bern, North Carolina about a job. That's a coastal community, but I probably would not be able to live on the beach. But I get these calls once a month and nothing ever happens. Oh, that is hit foul right back on Camargo's leg or foot. He is down. He's hurt. He is still down. He's grimacing. He is rolling around in agony. The medical staff is out to look at Camargo here. And Camargo has been playing very well. He was, I guess he's batting like 500 since coming back, and that hit right below his knee, top of the shin, above the shin pad. And who was the player that just broke his kneecap? Yeah, that was kind of a freak injury. Camargo's still down. They're checking him out. All right, they're going to get him up on his feet. Let's see. He is not putting any pressure on that. I think that's going to be it for Camargo. This is not good. Let's see if he can get off on his own. Oh, he's going to have some help. He cannot continue. He cannot put anything on that right leg. Camargo fouled a ball off at the top of his shin. I'm feeling my top of my shin right now. It's like, man, that is bone. It was Yelich that broke his kneecap. Oh, can you imagine? So off Camargo goes to the dugout. One more time on the replay. Yeah, inside, top of the shin, below the knee, above the shin guard. And oh, now they're amplifying that sound of it going off his bone. Yeah, that could be a fracture. Thank you, A-Bomb, for the audio check. I know we pick up a lot. If I can put this through the Google Hangouts processing, it sounds even better, but take what we can get. So it's less moving parts to do it this way. So that is tough to see Camargo go out there with an injury. This could be substantial. Camargo's season just flashed before my eyes. Ortega is warming up on deck circle. He will come in for Camargo and play right field, or left field, I mean. I heard A-Bomb call Ortega worthless. It's hard to argue, but here he comes. So let's reset this for you. Camargo out. He just hurt himself. Looks pretty bad. We'll probably find out in a couple innings how bad it is. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a fracture. He hit that ball off the top of... He fouled it off his own leg and went down like a sack of dirt. He went to the ground. Top of the fourth. There's 2 on, 1 out, 0-0, and Ortega. The 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. So Ortega comes in. The strike that Camargo had, he has to start with that strike. So you don't usually see somebody substitute for another batter in the middle of an at-bat sequence. Ortega batting a $197 below the Mendoza line. He pops that foul. 1-2 to Ortega. 10 in the box. Go ahead and crush the like button, and if you are new, smash the subscribe. Last I checked, we had 161 subscribers. Let's see if I can get an update for that. Oh, we are at 162 subscribers. Thank you very much. Let's get that updated in the box there on the screen. Get a little shot of dopamine every time that happens. And the 1-2 pitch. Ortega cannot check his swing. He goes around for the strikeout. And that is the 5th strikeout of the night for Eflin. Now, A-Bomb, would you say Eflin is part of the giraffe family? He's not quite the big unit. I don't know how tall that guy is. He looks like 6'7". But he doesn't have like the weird giraffe neck that Soroka has, you know. Flowers with a big cut and a miss. 0-1. Flowers with 2 on here. A chance to get on the board. Somehow I don't have a lot of confidence in Flowers. Every now and then he's good for a big at bat. You know, he had a good series against the Sox, I believe, the White Sox. If we could just play the White Sox every day, Tyler Flowers would be a star. 0-1. He hits that, but it's fouled straight back. Upstairs fastball. Couldn't quite get around on that. 0-2 to Tyler Flowers with 2 outs, 2 on. Top of the 4th. 0-0. Eflin's pitch counts up to 84. I mean, I think I need to take a vacation from work. I got all this vacation time now that I've been there a year. Flowers fouls that one back, but now as soon as I get that van rolling and squared away, man, I'll have I'll have to sleep in the van. We're not gonna have any money for a hotel. But man, I did nothing at work today. It was so slow. It's like, man, if someone else knew how to do this, they'd probably fire me. But I'm the king of dicking off, so. Alright. That is downstairs, 1-2. I did take the free time today, and I created a new web page. I don't have a fancy URL for it. It's just showcases some of my video editing. So maybe I can be like a freelance video editor. The 1-2, but I started looking at Indeed.com and see what kind of freelance stuff there was, and I do not have the chops for most of those positions. 2-2 count to Flowers. The shift is on. And Flowers gets a hold of that one. The outfielder is going back, and it is gone. 3-run ding-dong. Tyler Flowers finally turns on the high heater and absolutely line drives, crushes it. Just a little crush, and it's 3-0 Braves. Just like that. All right, A-Bomb audio video question here about that call. I have a limiter filter on the microphone, so when I blow a gasket on a home run call, it should keep my audio from overmodulating or distorting if I get too loud. So hopefully the limiter was in effect on that home run call. All right, that changeup drops in there for a strike. 0-1 to Dansby Swanson, batting 8th tonight. Yeah, crush the like button. Thumbs up for your boy. Hit the subscribe. 0-1 count to Dansby. Just outside, 1-1. And this is the part of the season that starts getting more emotional as we get close to the playoffs. The 1-1 outside, 2-1. But just imagine what it's going to be like in here after the playoffs start. All right, thank you for the audio check, A-Bomb. And Dansby hits that foul. So, A-Bomb, you are using the limiter filter. I think, yeah, we set that up, didn't we? 2-2 count to Dansby as he fouls that one off. Hey, if you're watching on TV, go ahead and sync us up with your television for optimal viewing. And if you're a Dish Network refugee, welcome aboard. That crisis is not coming to a resolution anytime soon. 2-2 is outside. Full count to Dansby Swanson. Mondo all about some TV time. And to sync us up, you'll probably have to pause your TV for 20 seconds or so. I don't know how far behind we are tonight. 3-2 pitch. All right, that's going to be a walk. So let's put Dansby on first with Dallas Keuchel. See if Dallas can help himself. If anything, we'll get the pitcher out of the way, and we can start fresh from the top of the order next inning. Gibby knew that Tyler would homer. Man, that's a tough one to call. If you have to, it'd be a lot easier to call a home run for, say, like, of course, Ronald and Tyler Flowers. So good call, Gibby. And Dallas takes that up the middle for a base hit. Swanson rounds second and cruises into third. There you go. Dallas Keuchel exercises with a single. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. Back to the top of the lineup for Ronald Acuna Jr. Man, it is awesome to have a leadoff man that can do the kind of damage he can in a situation like this. I mean, it's not just a leadoff guy that maybe he can drive one in. It's a leadoff guy that can clear the bases. It is going to be the Jitterbug call to the bullpen. Jitterbug Wireless, the cell phone provider for really old people with bad vision who don't like technology. If you're scared of technology, you're probably not in this broadcast. Play-by-play reaction is sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. Anthony's having trouble getting to the website. So if you're having trouble, let us know. But there you go, yeah. The website you can't go to, I mean, that's just going to make the people want the stuff even more because they can't get it. That's actually a sale tactic. Armando says, I'm about 30 seconds behind. Not unexpected, not too bad. And of course, if you don't have a TiVo or DVR, which I do not, you're not going to be able to pause it and sync us up. Salt life, as they say down here. Salt life, you know. Hey, I'm a van guy. I just roll with it. Van guys don't get stressed out over 30 seconds, brah. I don't know what those people I bought the van from were transporting in that van, but there's a funky odor in that van. I mean, I Febrezed the hell out of that upholstery, and it still smells weird. But for $1,200, still a pretty good van. It's got a 4-year-old. They had to put a new transmission in. All right, 2 on, 2 outs. And Acuna takes a ball 1-0. There was a recall on that Honda Odyssey transmission. They had to put a modification on it, and Honda just went ahead and replaced it and with the new transmission that had the modification already on it. So I expect this transmission to go a little ways. That is downstairs, 2-0. Otherwise, you're getting traditional Honda quality. It's a V6, which is going to wear out a little faster, but I'll baby that thing. It's like driving a living room, man. The 2-0 to Acuna. Downstairs. 3-0. Garcia is the new pitcher for the Phillies. Mexican had to step away. Let me reset things for you, Mexican. Did you miss the Tyler Flowers 3-run homer? Nobody was expecting that. The 3-0 pitch to Acuna, fouled away, 3-1. Flowers was late on the high fastball, and he finally caught that thing. It was up out of the zone, I think, and he line drive crushed it to left field. And then Dallas, our pitcher, got a base hit to move Dansby over to third. So we've got Dallas on first, Dansby on third, and a 3-1 count coming up right now to Ronald. Oh, come on, ump. That looked a little inside. Acuna had no intention of swinging at that whatsoever, and that's called a strike. Full count. It was pretty close, but it looked a little off. Kelly B back in the box. Yeah, we need an update on your Stone. The 3-2 pitch. Acuna turns on that one. That is hit deep center field, but the outfielder is able to run it down for out number 3. But the Braves are on the board first. It's 3-0 after that Tyler Flowers monster home run. I mean, it wasn't that deep, but probably the exit velocity was high up there. Connie Gibbons in the dugout. Welcome aboard, Connie Gibbons. She says, go to the dollar store and get a can of Tough Stuff for your van. Hey, thanks for the tip there, Connie. I go to the dollar store a lot. I don't remember seeing Tough Stuff, but I haven't looked for it, so I'm going to check that out. I have a Dollar Tree here. I guess that's some sort of air freshener or something to get the odor out. Oh, her Stone is still rolling, so I guess it's going to take a while to work its way down. Are they going to blast it when it gets down, maybe? Are they going to make you expel it? You know, that saga, Kelly saga, my van saga, you know, it is a saga in the dugout. Yeah. All right, well, let's go to break. I need to stretch my legs and maybe hit the dugout, Mondo. Mondo smokes in a week, where I smoke in a month. But I would say that if you count my days in high school and college, you know, where I was a chimney, I am still way, way ahead of Mondo or anybody on this planet besides Willie Nelson. I'm tied with Snoop Dogg, actually. All right, Dallas still pitching for the Braves. I mean, there, Mondo. This is, I mean, That's all you need right there. Look at that. I don't have my dugout loaded, so I had to do it that way. All right, it's the bottom of the fourth. The Braves up 3-0. Dallas's pitch counts at 50. Wow. Dallas quietly having a great night here. And the pitch is going to be pulled into right field for a single. So Bryce Harper on board. You know, I said earlier we don't really have any Brave swag, but that's not true. The original artwork behind me is this is a acrylic original on canvas, the Atlanta Braves logo, and it looks like a baseball smashing through it. What is the size is this? This is a 11 by 14. Look, I know all this stuff now, right?
Smaller.
It's even smaller. I don't know all this stuff yet.
I'll finish that and make some more. I haven't.
It's not listed. You have to, if you want that, you're gonna have to private message us. I don't know, what would we take for that? There's a strike, 1-1 to Hoskins. And I just finished my cup of coffee kratom. I'll talk about kratom in just a second. Mondo, how can I post a picture? What you can do, Mondo, is if you have a link to that picture, you can put the link up, and then we can click on it. Hoskins cannot check a swing there, 1-2. But I even Googled this. I don't think there is a way to make a picture show up and display in the dugout. I tried. I spent maybe 2-3 minutes looking for a way to do that. Anthony says, "Hey, Bone Crusher, I just ordered some things from your site. Thanks for giving the link so I could get on there." Oh, so whenever we get a sale, Producer Best's phone goes cha-ching. So maybe we'll...
I'm listening. It'll take a moment.
From there's the cha-ching. There it is. The 1-2. Up the middle for a base hit. Shit. Harper goes all the way to third without a throw. So first and third, nobody out for the Phillies. Mondo says, IDK Crusher. I was a pharmaceutical from my neighborhood from about 1721. That's when I really smoked. Maybe a good half ounce a day. 24/7. Man, that is heroic. And there's plenty of websites, Mondo, that will, like, you can upload your picture real quick and get an instant link and share it and just grab the link. That, you know, you can probably do that in about 30 seconds. First and third. Kingery takes the ball, 1-0. So it's still 3-0 Atlanta, but the Phillies definitely threatening here. I would take a double play now and let them have a run if that was possible. All right, no shift is on. Everyone's playing pretty straight away. Acuna's drifted over towards right field just a little bit. That's going to be pulled right to Dansby. We get the force at second, and that's all we're going to get there. A run does score for the Phillies. So 1 out. Runner on first. And the Phillies are on the board. It's 3-1 Atlanta. Here we are in the bottom of the fourth, everybody. It was free. And I need to roll with Mondo. That's when I really smoked. Half ounce a day. I mean, if it's free, let me. Who am I to judge? I just had a cup of coffee kratom, and I'll probably around 11, 12 o'clock start crushing some Ambien. All right, Dickerson at bat for the Phillies. Pulls that foul. A-bomb with the money bags emoticons. Yeah, if it's your first time here, do it. A-bomb, our moderator at large, says crush the subscribe button. And Dickerson pulls that foul. Hits it sharply, but it's 0-2. And A-bomb getting ready for a trip of a lifetime to beautiful Wrigley Field. Will he be staying at the Chicago Airport Hilton? All expense paid trip from coast to coast. And make sure you check his channel for some videos. I'm sure he'll be uploading some stuff from Wrigley Field. You know, A-bomb doesn't get out in the sun too often. That's the Canadian albino, the Scandinavian albino A-bomb. There's a strikeout. That's the 5th of the day for Dallas. Yeah, that was not a hittable pitch he swung at. Now we got 12 in the box. And we are up to 162 subscribers. Thank you very much. Picked up a new one tonight. And depending on your privacy settings when you subscribe, I may or may not get a notification. But if I get a notification, I will give you a shout out. Yeah, the shout out line is open. Well, Mondo, I will help you with that. So just go to like google.com and type in upload pic. Upload pictures. The first one, photobox.com. Yeah, just click on computer and browse to the picture you want to upload. Yeah, I don't know if you're on a cell phone or a desktop. And there's tons of websites like that if you Google that. And then it'll give you a link so you can share it. I mean, well, sometimes I feel like things are so easy, and you're like, why can't everybody do it? And then when it comes to like repairing my car, it's like, this is hard. And, you know, you guys say, well, you should be able to do that, Crusher. It's not hard. Just get under the car and do it. So we all have our specialties, and it's great that we can share our expertise. 2-2 pitch. And there's another K. Caught him looking. Locked him up. Could not get the bat off his shoulder. I think that's K number 6 today for Dallas. So that will end the 4th. I think we got off pretty lucky there. Only gave up 1 run. So Hernandez strikes out looking. And the Braves will be batting next. Play-by-play reaction is also sponsored by the VHS Digi Barn at vhsbarn.ga. And producer Beth, what did Anthony pick up? 4 items. Holy cow! Oh, the shark tooth necklace. Godfather ashtray. The Godfather ashtray, the shark tooth necklace. Oh, these are all great items. What else?
The cigarette lighter.
the cigarette lighter case, the one with like the skull on it. Look at that is like the most wicked. You know, if you're tired of people taking your lighter, A-Bomb's got one. You put your lighter in this like skull lighter case. People know not to mess with it. And what, do you remember the fourth item?
It's the dolphin with the pink stone.
Dolphin with pink stone necklace. I don't know that one. Is that that must be for the lady in Anthony's life? Yeah, that's for his over 40 wife who's going to be in Vegas in a softball tournament. So best of luck to her. And thanks for hitting us up at treasurehunt.ga, Anthony. And by the way, that will ship out tomorrow. Ozzy is batting. He's swinging a miss. 0-2 to Ozzy here in the top of the fifth. And producer Beth's neck is hurting. She's like, oh, after the game we can get some pain reliever. I said, well, there is some kratom on the counter, so she's going to have a little bit of that. 0-2, swinging a miss. Ozzy strikes out. So what is kratom? If you're not familiar with kratom, K-R-A-T-O-M, it is a... so basically, it's a pain reliever. It's a plant. Okay, it's a non-narcotic, non-opioid pain reliever. It actually, if you look at the Wikipedia article, it says it does actually hit 2 of your opioid receptors for a very effective pain relief and much safer than narcotics. Freeman swings and misses 0-1. Let me switch this headset around again. 0-1 pitch to Freeman. And Freeman pulls that hard. Second baseman slides, throws from his knees, and it's late. Freeman beats out the throw for an infield single. They had to try to get that from deep in the hole, throwing off your knees. Just could not get enough behind that. And if you know somebody that's maybe, they had a bad back or something, the doctor gave them pain medicine, and now they're addicted to pain medicine, this could actually get them off of opioids. It even, for alcoholics, there's lots of reports of people trouble with alcohol using kratom as a way to help them quit. What kratom does, and the University of Mississippi did research on this and said it was superior to methadone for withdrawal symptoms. Throw back over to first, not in time. Freeman slides in safely. So there's 1 on, 1 out, top of the fifth for the Braves. It's also good for mood enhancement. Fastball inside, 2-0 to Donaldson. And the third.
Though that they're illegal, I think.
What's illegal, Producer Beth? Kratom is not illegal.
Are there states
downstairs, 2-0. There are, I forget how many, maybe 3 or 4 states, maybe 5 where it is illegal. And Tennessee was one of those. But the AKA, the American Kratom Association, and here comes a 2-0 pitch. Donaldson fouls that off, 2-1. The American Kratom Association goes to these states and gets in front of the legislative body there with a bunch of scientists and doctors and says, y'all are freaking nuts. And they have a great record of keeping legislation to ban kratom off the books, and in some cases, like in Tennessee, reversing that. They beat the DEA. Donaldson pulls that foul, 2-2. So I guess it was 2 or 3 years ago that there was an interim DEA. I don't know who the head of the DEA was at the time, but they said there's a national emergency. We're going to ban this stuff in 30 days. And the AKA, the American Kratom Association, went in there and beat the DEA. Unbelievable. I said, well, there's no way. We're doomed now. You can't. That's like trying to fight the IRS. You can't beat the tax man. The 2-2. So if that helped give you some validity to the product. Some people say it's addictive, and it's actually related to the coffee plant, and it is it's about as addictive as coffee. Some people are like, I can't start my day without coffee, and maybe you don't want one more vice in your life. 2-2 pitch to Donaldson. That is fouled off. Yeah, Gibby, we're getting into their bullpen here. Let's wear them out. Yeah, I think those lighter cases are kind of made for the Bics. So if you have one like I have a slightly different style lighter, I'll have to like wedge something in there, but it should fit the Bics. But if A-Bomb says he had trouble with the Bic, and if you have any trouble with that, if it is not satisfactory, we will give you a full refund. And counts 3-2 to Donaldson, and I bet we can come up with a free gift to include, since he picked up 4. So, Anthony, you should expect a free gift. Runner going, swing and a miss, throw over to second, not in time. Oh dear, they're going to say Donaldson interfered, and they're going to say Freddie's out at second because of it. Let's see the replay. Producer Beth, does that look like interference? Donaldson just stood there. He didn't do anything. The catcher stepped up into him. Donaldson, that is a bullshit call. Donaldson and Snitker are...
His back is facing him too, so he doesn't know.
Yeah. Donaldson did nothing wrong there. Can we challenge this?
Not like he knew. He was
All right.
standing there, I'm gonna stand.
Anthony says, be right back. Might be getting called in on a fire. Scanner's going crazy. Uh-oh. Mexican pizza. When I worked at the taco stand in Athens, whenever someone ordered the Mexican pizza, you would have to, it takes some extra work, so we'd always have to scream that in the restaurant to everyone, to all the other employees, so they know to get started. So any kind of red alert, I apologize. I say that from my time working at the taco stand in Athens, Georgia. Well, good luck. Keep us posted, Anthony. Man, maybe get some video of that. A-Bomb asked, should I buy the Meng Da capsules? I see it at my local gas station. A-Bomb, I would say you should not buy the Meng Da capsules at your local gas station because the price on that is going to be astronomical. I get all my Meng Da at the dildo store. It's a little cheaper there, and I get a local discount of 10%.
They might not have a dildo store right there like the one we have here.
There's a dildo store near A-Bomb's place. Starship. Mondo says, check the link crusher. Tell me if you got it. I don't see a link, Mondo. And the MASH unit has arrived. Joshua. MASH Frank Burns is in the box. Frank Burns eats worms. YouTube keeps deleting the link. Oh, that's messed up because I don't have that setting on. There's a setting to delete links. Well, Mondo, I apologize for the trouble. Keeps deleting the link. Let me see if there's anything I can do about that. Let me check some settings here, see if we can make sure that's... Yeah, I don't have any settings to block that on, I don't believe. And there's a shot to deep right field, but Joyce has it at the wall for out number 1. A very noisy out. Dallas is still your pitcher. His pitch count is at 67. Mondo, you could post that on any of my other videos as a comment, because you can't comment on this video because it's live, and I'll see that pop up and go grab it, I guess. You could go to the discussions section on my channel and post it. Dang. Well, like I don't know why it does that. It's not supposed to do that unless I turn that feature on. I will check for a setting on that real quick. Advanced settings. 2-0 count now. Two O's outside, 3-0 to their number 9 hitter, Gosselin. Is he a pitcher? No, I don't think he's a pitcher. He's batting .260. And there's a strike, 3-1. Now, sorry, Mondo, I don't see a setting I can adjust. I know there's one somewhere. Three-one pitch is just past Donaldson. He dives, gets a little piece of it, but rolls into left field. That's a single for Gosselin. So 1 out, run on first for the Phillies in the bottom of the 5th. They trail 3-1. Hoping for a double play. It'd be a great time for double play, Gibby. Yeah, Mondo, if you post that link as a comment on a previous video, sorry for the trouble. I don't know how to send private messages on YouTube if you can. I don't think there is this thing. All right, 1-0 pitch to Segura. In the dirt, 2-0. So Dallas having a little trouble finding his mark here in the bottom of the 5th. Mondo says, I got it on now. I still don't see a link, Mondo, but let me see if I got any notifications about a comment or something. No, I don't have any notifications. Does anybody see the link from Mondo? I'm not seeing it. And there's an option where you can toggle to allow or not allow people to post links, but by default that's turned off, and I've never had anyone have any trouble posting a link before. So I'm thinking it might be like some URL that YouTube kind of says, hey, that's questionable, that might be some spam. Let me see if I've got a spam setting that's turned on. Maybe that's it. That might be it. Let's see. There's probably a setting in there somewhere buried. There's a mound meeting right now. Well, Mondo, we still don't see the link, so if you want to just post it as a comment on a previous video, I'll share the link. And we got John Dobbins. John Dobbins from Knoxville, Tennessee. I got kicked off Rocky Top. And that gets away from Flowers, and it's a walk. Bases are now loaded for the Phillies. All right, Dallas has his hands full here with one out. We definitely need that double play now, Gibby. I'll tell you what's good, John Gibbons, the van lifestyle. I got a van now. So in steps Bryce Harper with the bases loaded. All right, here we go. Dallas takes the sign. Rocks and fires. Big swing and a foul from Harper. 0-1. Gibby, you know, a double play be great as long as we don't give up an extra base hit. We need to get it out. I'll take a sac fly. But yeah, let's get the double play. Let's not give him an inch. And the 0-1 pitch from Dallas outside, 1-1. We got 12 in the box. Welcome aboard, everyone. Wednesday night baseball. You got the Bone Crusher. And the Braves, Phillies. Phillies knee deep in a wild card hunt. They're just outside the bubble. So a very important game for the Phillies. One. Swing and a miss. That was downstairs, and Harper swung over that. 1-2. Test run. Baby steps. You know, do it in steps. You got one half of the equation. You know, you can load the photo. You know, that's a good start. Keugel's pitches in the dirt. 2-2 to Bryce Harper. John Dobbins is up at the top of the Wig sphere tonight. The 2-2 pitch coming up to Harper. Hits that chopper right to Ozzie for one. And on to first. Double play. You got it, Gibby. Just what the doctor ordered. It was slow developing, but they nailed it. So the Braves somehow get out of that jam. Wow, left him loaded. Harper, sorry, brah. And Dallas Keuchel getting very emotional there. He is jacked after that double play. So the Wig sphere, if you ever watched the episode of The Simpsons where they go to Knoxville thinking they're going to the World's Fair, and They go to see what's it, the sphere called? I live there and I forget what it's called. Anyway, the guy outside the sphere is like, it's a wig sphere now. It's like all they do is sell used wigs. And anybody from Knoxville should definitely watch that episode of The Simpsons where Bart and his buddies rent a car and go to Knoxville. And actually, they were deciding between going to Knoxville, the World's Fair, or Macon, Georgia, actually, in that episode. It was very obscure to hear Macon, Georgia reference on The Simpsons. The wig sphere. What is the damn thing called? Oh, I thought. Well, you've been in you've been in Knoxville for a few years now. So, I mean, it's part of the Knoxville skyline, the Sun Sphere. There it is, the Knoxville Sun Sphere. That was erected for the 1980 World's Fair, which I was there. I was just a little kid. My aunt took me. And anyway, so by the time Bart Simpson and his buddies showed up many years after the World's Fair, the Sun Sphere had been turned into a wig sphere where you could buy discount wigs. It'd be a lot funnier if you just watched it. Macon is a hellhole. I can't argue with that. I grew up in Warner Robins, and I did spend a couple years in Macon. Then a decade later, I moved back for a couple more years. Yeah, it's meh. It's Macon. I mean, the downtown area in Macon has gotten better. They've really turned it into something that it never was before, or hadn't been in a long time. It was. They've got lots of bars now. They do some festivals down there. I mean, it's still downtown Macon, but okay, yeah, the Sun Sphere. Well, you guys need to watch that episode of The Simpsons, if you can find it somewhere, where they go to Knoxville. But I don't know where you're going to get that from. All right, top of the sixth is underway. And Matt Joyce's first pitch is popped straight up. That's out. Claw, it's your chance to go outside. There he is. He's over here. We got 13 in the box. Welcome aboard. The Braves are leading the Phillies 3-1. We just got out of a bases loaded jam by forcing Bryce Harper into a double play. That was satisfying, especially after that bogus call. Ortega shows butt, but pulls the bat back 0-1 to Ortega, who had to come in. And if he weren't here earlier, Camargo went down, and Ortega hits that right to the third baseman, who throws him out 2 away. But Camargo looked like he got pretty badly hurt when he fouled a ball off the top of his shin. I'm guessing fracture. I haven't heard what happened, what the diagnosis is. But he went down like a sack of dirt, and he couldn't put any weight on that leg once they got him on his feet. So Ortega in for Camargo. Tyler Flowers batting now. And Tyler Flowers, so far the hero of the game, with a 3-run shot earlier. His last at bat, he crushed a high fastball. 0-1 pitch, Tyler. He takes that fastball for a strike. 0-2. I guess Anthony had to go put out a fire, literally. I think he used to jump out of choppers, and Flowers strikes out. All right, well, let's take a quick break. We're going to the bottom of the sixth next. More play-by-play reaction of the Braves Phillies with the bone crusher coming up. Tonight's play-by-play reaction is sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. Well, we do want to thank Anthony for patronizing the store. The secret sound. All right. I brushed my teeth on the break. After drinking coffee, I have to brush my teeth. I can't stand all that bitter coffee. And the kratom doesn't make it any less bitter. Kratom's pretty bitter as in itself. Let's get a subscriber check. Last check we had 162, and looky, here comes Cookie. Thanks for the subscribe. 163. Everyone gets a shot of dopamine. Now, if you just look at the subscriber count on YouTube, it doesn't refresh unless you refresh your web page. You won't see that number tick up. So having this secondary counter actually helps, so you can see it in real time. Fouled off 1 and 2 to Hoskins. All right, Mondo has shared a link with me for the picture. Well, if I can Well, it says he did. Okay. This is going to be a chore, but I'm going to make this work. Hoskins strikes out. That is Dallas's 7th K of the day. So I'm going to actually just have to read the URL and type it in. This is redonk. /7 GR. Unbelievable. Okay. I think we are in business, Mondo. Holy cow. Yeah, let me share this pic. That's the best thing I've seen today. There, it's letting me share it. So there is the URL to some of the foliage in Mondo's yard, I presume. And I guess that's what he means by free. Look at that. That looks to be about a 8, 9, maybe 10 foot tall marijuana plant there. Wow. Well taken care of. In fact, there's more than one. He's got a whole forest. Beautiful. You know, and sooner or later the feds will have to decriminalize it. It's going to be the way, you know, what happened with alcohol after Prohibition. It was a domino effect, state by state, until finally the feds had to decriminalize it. 1-2 to Kingery. Dallas still pitching for the Braves. His pitch count at 91. We're in the bottom of the 6th. JP Brady, 12 in the dugout. Chop on, brother, chop on. And Kingery caught looking on the high fastball or the high changeup, and that's a strikeout for Dallas, his 8th of the night. Yeah, that was not a fastball. You know, when you're throwing off-speed stuff up high in the zone, you're playing with fire, but it started looking like a ball, and then it dropped in. So some expert pitching there from Dallas. After last inning, he looked like he maybe had lost his mark. He seems to have found it. Yeah, that's how Mondo keeps up with his insatiable lust for blunts. Hell yeah. I guess I'd be rolling them pretty effing fat, too. That was my yard. And y'all have seen my yard. All I got there are some cats. Maybe I'll grow a kratom plant. 1-0 pitch. I want an Airbnb at Mondo's house. You know, camp in his backyard. Have a little Woodstock festival back there. Start a drum circle. Hippie dancing. 1-1 pitch. In the dirt. 2-1 to Dickerson. The Dick. Pitch count at 95 for Keigel now. Two one. That's fouled away. And the Phillies cannot sell out a ball game, I guess. 23,000 in attendance at a very important game for the Phillies, who are in a tight race for the final playoff wild card spot. And there's a slow chopper to Donaldson, who throws over to first. No problem, though. What happened to the runner? Dickerson hurt himself coming out of the batter's box and comes up lame as he limps off the field. That makes my hernia hurt just looking at it. It's like the episode of Family Guy where Peter Griffin was in a fantasy baseball thing, not like a online fantasy, like a baseball camp. And he hits the ball, and as soon as Peter Griffin, who's probably like 300 pounds, tries to run towards first, he gets a half a step and has a heart attack and drops like a sack of potatoes. Now, what's the limits there? Isn't there, how many plants can you grow? Is it like 6 per man, woman, and child? So since you have a baby, can you grow some and say, oh, that's his? You know, and people drink in front of their children. And I think as the law changes on marijuana, it'll be more acceptable to smoke in front of people. All right. Well, let's go ahead and take a break. More play-by-play reaction is straight ahead. And let's take a... That's not right. Let's take a quick look at some of the upcoming games. I'm just going to delete that. That's not even right. I am ill prepared. I can tell you one thing for sure. Sunday, Falcons. That is going to be a 7 o'clock Central kickoff, I believe. Check your local listings, but that is a NBC nationally televised game with the Falcons this Sunday. And A-Bomb and myself will be doing a joint play-by-play reaction on my channel. I don't know if we're going to have video of us both, because last time we did that I had to go to audio only, but he will be in on the play-by-play reaction. And since he is heading off to Chicago to Wrigley Field, A-Bomb will not have any reactions until he joins me on Sunday. And as far as the Braves, tomorrow they're playing the Phillies. That's a 7:15 Eastern start time. And then we have a series with the Nationals Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now the Georgia Bulldogs are playing on Saturday. Is that when we're playing Notre Dame? Is that this weekend? So I will... Boy, I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. And the rain has started coming down in Philadelphia. Fans are making their way. Well, I'm sure we got plenty of umbrellas in the dugout. Some of the fans are exiting, looking for cover. Alright, well, let me get off this screen. That's not even right. That's last Sunday's game. I thought I deleted that. Alright. The worst slate in broadcasting history. I gotta do better. That's pulled foul. Count is 1-2 to Dansby Swanson. Top of the 7th. Nobody on, nobody out as the rain comes down in Philly. I wonder if people in Philadelphia eat steakums. You probably consider that dog food. So Dallas battled through the 5th. He got through the 6th and had a pretty good darn game, if you ask me. Giving up 1 run through 6, and we'll see if they bring him out again. It might be, his pitch count's right about 100, so he might be done. Full count now to Dansby Swanson. Dallas Keuchel exercises. Dansby strikes out. He's caught looking. And Irvin is pitching for Philly. That's his 2nd strikeout. And we've got 13 in the box. Glad to have you aboard. Make sure you crush the like and pound the subscribe. Click the bell. Hit the share. Culberson batting now. Hits it hard, but foul. Good stroke. The 0-1. Charlie gets a hold of that one, but the center fielder is going to be able to track that down. 2 away. Good contact from Culberson. And when I lived in Knoxville, John Dobbins, I had a great job. Worked at night by myself. I could go up on the roof, catch one if I wanted to. That was a fun job. 1-0 pitch. Outside 2-0 to Ronald. 2 out, nobody on. Top of the 7th, Braves up 3-1. Inside, 3-0. Sorry if I got the pitch count, or sorry if I got the balls and strikes wrong there. The count is 3-0 to Acuna, and he is swinging and fouls that off. And I guess Anthony had to go take care of a fire. He's on call tonight. And he helps. I don't think he's jumping out of the choppers anymore, but Anthony helps direct those guys. What are they called? Smoke jumpers, jumping into fires. 3-2 count. Acuna waits for the pitch. Irvin kicks and fires. That's ball 4. 1 on as the rain continues to fall here in Philly. Hopefully we will not have a rain delay. Kevin Nash, neighbor extraordinaire, is down in the dugout, yo. A-Bomb knows Kevin. Well, thanks for dropping by, Kevin. I know him and Sharon have been asking, how can I watch The Bone Crusher? And maybe Kevin can answer a question for me, because he works in, well, I'm not going to say what he does, but he might be able to help me out. And Ozzy gets a single into left, so 2 on, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Braves threatening again. But Kevin, whenever I go to the grocery store and I get a steak or something, they have this material that's packaged with the steak. It's like this, like the absorby kind of, like it's like a diaper. It's a diaper steak. I mean, I want my steak wrapped around in some sexy butcher's paper. Why do I have to have? What is the deal with the steak diapers? It's very off-putting. And if you're going to have some neighbors, I got to tell you, neighbors like Kevin and Sharon, you don't get too many chances to have good neighbors like that. I mean, Sharon keeps bending over backwards trying to help me with this van situation. I did not have to utilize her help. The people that own the van actually drove it to me. Now, I understand Christmas is coming up soon, and Sharon's legendary Christmas meals are epic. It was pretty epic last year. So when I got the van, Kevin, I went to this place in Lynn Haven, this guy's house, and we were talking turkey, haggling over the price. And finally I said, I'll give you $1,200 cash for it, which is not a very good offer. And he went inside. 2 minutes later, maybe 60 seconds later, he comes out and he says, well, I prayed about it, and Jesus wants me to sell that van to you for $1,200. Hallelujah. I got a sweet van on the cheap. Freeman is going to ground that to first. First baseman steps on the bag to end the top of the 7th. So left 2 on there. Braves still up 3-1. Bottom of the 7th coming up. More play-by-play reaction on the way. And it is sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. I want to thank Anthony for picking up the shark tooth necklace from treasurehunt.ga and some other choice swag. Be right back. And we are back. This is we're in the 7th inning stretch, so it's going to be a little longer break than normal. So let's head to the dugout. See what is going on. Kelly B says the steak diapers for absorbing the blood. I guess so. You're right. That's what it's for. But how come when I go to a butcher, I can get that order that from the glass, and they'll put it in some paper. They don't need a steak diaper. When I go to the Lucky Mart in town, they don't. And sometimes they go nuts with it. I mean, pork chops, chicken, shrimp, everything is just diaper this, diaper that. Kevin's going to look into that for us. I think they've gone ridiculous with the steak diapers. John Dobbins says Jesus would have drove an old Volkswagen van. He might be right there. But, I mean, I can fit a mattress into the back of that van. I mean, get ready for some sexcapades up and down the interstate. That song, Chevy Van. Who sings that song? Sammy Johnson or something? It was a one-hit wonder. Chevy Van, that is by, for the love of God. Just give me the freaking answer. Oh, I don't even know. Sammy Johns, there you go. Chris Martin is going to be the new pitcher for the Braves. He comes in with a 3.68 ERA in 53 games and a 1-3 record. So, crucial situation here. Bottom of the 7th. Hernandez batting for the Phillies. Yeah, they're gross, but they serve a purpose. They're like maxi pads for steaks. I mean, maxi pads and steak diapers, both are turn-offs. I'm going to try not to get too gross about that. 0-1 pitch to Hernandez. Just in there for a strike. 0-2. All right, the 0-2 pitch to Hernandez. Martin rocks and fires. Cannot check his swing. Oh, they're going to say foul tip out. So, 1 away. That is a strikeout for Martin. And let's get a subscriber check. Let's see where we're at tonight. Last check, we were at 163 subscribers. And we are still holding tight at 163. Thank you very much for our new subscribers tonight. Mondo likes his steak medium rare. As far as the steak goes, I usually order it medium, but if they would cook it, I mean, I just want a little bit of pink. Well, actually, what I want is kind of and this might be blasphemy, but is medium well. I want a little bit of pink. But if I order it medium well, it always comes out well done. So I just order it medium, and then it comes out medium well, because nobody cooks steaks right. And for the love of God, I can't get it right. I get lucky if I get it right. All right, Bruce batting for the Phillies. He's got a 227 average. 0-1 count. Fastball upstairs, and Bruce chases that. Swing and a miss, 0-2. But Kevin, tell them to start serving those steaks and get that sexy butcher's paper. You know, presentation is important. They'll probably start selling more. You might have to have someone work in the butcher section a little bit more, but there, Bruce goes after the trash. That's a strikeout. I guess I just look back the days of old when you go to the butcher separate. Yeah. When you knew who your butcher, you had a first name basis with your butcher. Well, when was that? That was like the 40s and 50s. And Kevin was talking about the Piggly Wiggly in town. I mean, they don't call it Piggly Wiggly for nothing. You get some pork at great prices. You go to the Piggly Wiggly, and you can keep your spendings, like for under $30, you can probably get enough food for 3 meals, vegetables, fruits. You know, you can do a lot better at the Piggly Wiggly in town than anything out here on the beach. Yeah, Mondo's has to order his steaks the same way. And I bet they do that because there's always, some person that thinks they know better and makes a big scene about it. And they just, or they don't know what they're doing. I don't know. I'm going to the wrong places. I shouldn't be going to Waffle House for steaks. But those Waffle House steaks are razor thin. All right. Morrison is pitch hitting for the Phillies. 0-2 count. Nobody on. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. And the Phillies are in like a 4 or 5 team race for the last wild card spot. Damn, Kevin dropped some serious ducks at the Piggly Wiggly. And there's in the strikeout for Martin to sit him down and end the 7th. All right, I'm going to take a break and go raid Kevin's newly stocked refrigerator. I'm going to clean out your fridge. Tonight's play-by-play reaction is also sponsored by the VHS DigiBarn. Turn your old VHS tapes into digital gold. Go to vhsbarn.ga. Be right back. Kevin, before Sharon says, turn the shit off. What is... But I do appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. Come on, got some good whiskey too. Oh, the country band Big and Rich have their own line of whiskey. It's the sweet brown liquor. The good stuff. Not that natty ice you're usually crushing. Oh, Gibby, he struck out the side. Thank you for that. I was too busy bitching about steak diapers, and Martin pops that into right field, but Harper slides in and catches that. Almost a single for Martin. So one away in the top of the eighth. Got 16 in the box. Welcome aboard. Make sure you crush the like button. Ring the bell as well, and you'll get a notification every time I go live. If you want that in your life. All right, Matt Joyce batting now. Matt Sweet Swinging Joyce. He takes a, well, I guess that's a ball. Just missed the lower corner. 1-0 to Matt Joyce of the Atlanta Braves. The 1-0 pitch. Joyce pulls that foul. 1-1. Kevin, I was at the Gin over there by Publix yesterday, and the cashier must have been about 8 years old. I'm a little uncomfortable making kids work at 9 o'clock at night to feed me. But I do like my beef and broccoli for $6.99. All right, 2-1 coming up to Matt Joyce. Upstairs, 3-1. Hitters count. Yeah, well, I'm glad she liked the show and it put her to bed. Yeah, ladies might get a little sleepy watching this. I told you, I said, man, y'all gonna look at this and say, what the hell? This is some bullshit. And there's a walk. Matt Joyce steps over to first. Even producer Beth has left the studio. She's out in the yard playing with those stray cats. The show is so exciting. She said, wow. Good night. Yeah, you know, if you have any trouble, if you get a case of insomnia, 10 minutes of this stuff will put you right to bed. All right, Billy Hamilton is your pinch runner for the Braves. 1 out, 1 on. Top of the 8th. Braves up by 2. Ortega is batting. He watched that changeup fall in there, 0-1. I still don't know how badly Camargo was hurt. Let me know if anyone gets an update on Camargo. Yeah, I eat there. They're in regular rotation over at the Jin Jin. Yeah, I figure that's their daughter. You know, it's a cultural thing. You know, Americans aren't going to make their kids work till 9 o'clock at night. Or later, really. Ah, shit. Hamilton picked off at first. The speedy Hamilton is picked off first, leaning the wrong way. And a great throw back over to first. Let me see that again. Yeah, they need to review that. I think he was safe. I don't know if they're going to... Yes, the review is out. Okay. This is why we have reviews in baseball now. He was kind of leaning off a little bit there, but I think he was... I don't know. I don't think they're gonna... I do not think they're gonna overturn this. Yeah, they did not overturn it. They're gonna call him out, so I think that was the correct play. So 2 out on the base running error. Unfortunate. Braves need to get a little insurance here. Camargo is day-to-day shin contusion. Well, I'll take that as good news. I was worried it was a fracture. So 2 out now after Hamilton got picked off first, and Ortega grounds out to end the top of the 8th. All right, they'll be back to the top of the lineup for the Phillies. Segura, Realmuto, and Bryce Harper batting next. And more play-by-play reaction on the way, sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. We sold a shark tooth necklace tonight, a skull lighter. I can't remember what else Anthony got. So Anthony was the big spender tonight, and we will be right back. Hang on. Sharon's going to wake up in the morning and say, that was the best night of sleep in my life. I'm going to watch that boring-ass Bone Crusher show more often. Shane Green is the new pitcher for the Braves. He has a 2.24 ERA. All right, off to the bottom of the 8th now. Seems like my scoreboard's a little behind here. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Now I got to reset it. And actually, it's showing you some of the things you can get at treasurehunt.ga. There's a picture of the Super Bowl mugs, and I can't tell what that other mug is. Anyway, I'm trying to get the scoreboard back up. All right. That should do it. All right. 0-1 count to Segura. That's going to be popped down the right side, and it falls into foul territory. Foul ball. 0-2. She's going to be a fan now. Well, you know, I hope so. Maybe a few episodes and she'll be hooked. You know, we got a lot of subscribers and people that are have found this to be an integral part of their baseball experience. 0-2 pitch outside. Now, A-Bomb, and you know A-Bomb, Kevin. You know his real name. You met him when he came down and visited me. He is the other play-by-play reaction host for the Braves, so usually one of us is doing it. He does more of them than I do. But once I get this van thing squared away, I'm going to try to step up my game a little bit. And that's hit hard, but right at Donaldson, who fires over to first in time. First out in the bottom of the 8th. A little audio question from the A-Bomb. How do I turn on the mic so it doesn't pick up my breathing? Let me think about that. I mean, it's not like the donkey dick. Well, it is like the donkey dick situation for you because you have a microphone you can back off of, but I mean, there is a noise cancellation filter, and that's a ball. 1-0 to Real Muto. The noise cancellation, and we've messed with that before, it kind of has like a vacuum effect. So if you have to find just the right sweet spot with that setting, with that filter. I think there's 1 or 2 filters in OBS that will help with that, but it's, I mean, and that's a swing and a miss, 1-1. A-Bomb, your mic has gotten really loud now. It's really good. You could probably, I mean, it's even louder than mine. You could probably turn it down just a smidge, and that will help a little bit with the breathing and the air conditioner sounds that it picks up and the TV sounds that it picks up. And of course, the closer your face is to the microphone, will probably help. But I mean, it sounds like you're up on the microphone. It sounds pretty good. So, anyway, there's a nice long no answer for you. 2-1 count to Real Muto. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Oh, you got the spit guard, wind guard on the microphone. That gets away from Flowers. 3-1. And you mentioned that your microphone, A-Bomb, only has like one setting for like gain. There's nothing else, but go through if there's a manual or something, now go through any documentation, see what it can do. 3-1. That is deep to center field, and Hamilton gets that falling down on the track. Oh man, almost a catastrophe. And he's smiling that one off, but that's nothing to laugh about. Hamilton goes back, tracks the ball, and falls down, making an awkward catch. And he's lucky that did not get away from him. And after his base running blunder, All right, so 2 away in the bottom of the 8th. The Braves are up 3-1 on the Phillies. Phillies batting here. They've got 4 outs left in them if they're going to catch us. It's been a good pitching game. Dallas had a great game, only giving up 1 earned run. Our bullpen's been strong. Shane Green is our pitcher now. And Bryce Harper batting, who hit into a double play earlier in the game when the bases were loaded. I think was that the fifth we got that jam we got out of. That pretty much saved that double play. May have saved the game for us. Dish Network refugees, welcome aboard. Dish Network is no longer has a deal to show the Braves. 1-0 pitch is going to just catch the outside lower corner. 1-1 to Harper. And producer Beth is back from taking care of those stray cats. And we're this close to be able to get our hands on them. Then we can get them adopted. 1-1. Outside, 2-1. In fact, the Siamese cat, somebody is already interested in that cat if we can domesticate it a little bit. And there's a strike to Harper, 2-2. We got 16 in the box. Make sure you thumbs up the live stream. And I was trying to research what that actually does. Apparently, the more likes you have on a stream or on a video, it kind of will have a slightly higher ranking. So if people are searching for that sort of thing, yours will show up a little higher. But if you're searching for live Atlanta Braves play-by-play reaction, there's not a whole lot of stuff that's going to come up. All right, that's a ball. Full count now to Harper. Yeah, A-Bomb, did you see that picture? I'm going to put that link up again from Mondo. I don't know if I lost it already. I guess I've lost it. Nope, there it is. We're having just a little technical issue here. Hopefully the stream will stay steady. But I'll get that picture up in a second. Full count pitch to Harper. And that is a strike, but they don't call it. Oh, come on. 94 mile an hour fastball, definitely a strike, not even close. And it was not where Flowers expected it, and the umpire called it a ball. So that's a bad call by the umpire, and Harper is on first. Okay, here is the link. This link will take you to a picture of Mondo's backyard, and that will answer your question, A-Bomb, if Mondo's blunt cigar is ready to go. Sounds like he's at Niagara Falls. Yeah, this microphone will pick up everything. Kevin saw Hank Aaron hit number 712 in Atlanta when he was 14 years old. I mean, that must have been, and there's a strike, 0-1 to Hoskins. I mean, that must have been a pretty intense, magical season. Probably got a lot of coverage in the news every game as he marched to the record. Oh, that's pretty special. So Kevin, I didn't realize Kevin was a Braves fan. I told him what I was doing, and he kept asking about it. I said, all right, well, if you're serious, you can check it out. I mean, usually when I tell people, oh, yeah, I do live play-by-play reaction for the Braves, their eyes just start glossing over. And my HVAC is on now, and I know this microphone is picking that up too. Oh-2 pitch to Hoskins. Just gets a piece of that to stay alive. Yeah, that pick is of Mondo's yard, A-Bomb. Ha! Imagine that. Well, Kevin, I know that every single person in this dugout is a Braves fan and a Hank Aaron fan, and would have loved to have had a chance to see one of those home runs that year in person like you did. You got one pickup. Now the victory blunt versus the loser blunt. 0-2 pitch. That's a ball. One's a toothpick. One's a cigar. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. Runner on first on a bat call from the ump. 1-2 pitch coming up to Hoskins. Let's go ahead and sit him down. That's inside. 2-2. Harper steals second without a throw. So a base hit could score a run here. Probably should have watched him a little more closely there. Well, we did get an update in the dugout on Camargo. According to Mexican for Golovkin, Camargo shin contusion day to day, so that's pretty good news. I thought Camargo may have had a fracture because he went down hard, and when that ball hit his shin, it made a sound. So we'll breathe a sigh of relief. Camargo been playing very well since his return from AAA. 2-2 pitch to Hoskins. Pulled foul. Before I was born, Kevin, probably not. I'm 45. So I was born in 73. Here comes the 2-2. Hodgson hits it pretty well, but foul. Now I would like to see some spring training games with the Braves. That must have been nice. Yeah, where do people on the beach, where do people near the water, where do they go for vacation? They go to the mountains, they go to the woods, they go to the Braves games and in the ATL. Man, I bet a 14-year-old Kevin was a little hellraiser. Plus the 70s, what a decade. Oh, stop it, Kevin, stop it. I'll tell you, since we brought that up, my anti-aging secret is creatine. Creatine is an amino acid naturally occurring in meat products. But you can get that at GNC for about $11 for just the basic creatine. Just get the basic stuff. Now, I don't know with your back, Kevin, after your surgery, if you're allowed to exercise, but you use it with exercise. And it has some anti-aging properties. For example, it adds water retention. It will kind of think of how Botox works. You know, this will fill out wrinkles. And it's very good and healthy for the epidermis, for your skin. It just knocks the ears right off. Full count to Hoskins. Producer Beth, Kevin thought I was in my early 30s. Yeah. Well, I'm very mature for my age, Kevin, so. 3-2 pitch to Hoskins. Hoskins connects with it, but Dansby is there. He stabs it for the out. That will send the Phillies down. All right, one more inning to go, we hope. Going to the top of the ninth. The Braves are up 3-1. Oh, yes, Kevin Nash, singer-songwriter. Yes, I do need to play some of your music in between the breaks. Let's get some of that up right now. What is that web? Reverb Nation, right? It's called Reverb Nation. I mean, if you're...
Kevin the neighbor?
Yeah, Kevin the neighbor is in the dugout. He kept asking me, you know, he was really curious, and now he has shown up. Neighbor of the year. So let's head on over to Reverb Nation. And I tell you what, Jimmy Buffett's got nothing on Kevin Nash. All right. I found your page. Well, let's see, what song do I want to hear? All right, let's start with Hurricane Party. Let's see if I can get that to play. I'm going to see if y'all going to be able to hear this. Testing. Come on. Test. I don't think y'all can hear it. Hang on. All right. I tried to play a clip right there. I don't know if y'all could hear that. I might not have my audio configured correctly for that playback, but let me know if you heard that or not, and and Kevin, I'll use some of your stuff for the rest of the season. Okay, you couldn't hear it. All right. Well, I will get that technically worked out. In fact, what I'll do is I'll just download the song and not even have to worry about playing it off the internet. A diving catch by the left fielder. Flowers is out. It was well hit to left field, but one pitch and one out in the top of the ninth. Sliding catch. Well, I didn't see a download button right away. I'll look a little closer, but I am going to put the link up for, since we just had, country just dealt with Hurricane Dorian. Here is a link to Kevin's song Hurricane Party. Now, I don't believe this is, I know you wrote this song. Now, is this you performing that song, or I think you had on one of your songs someone performing singer-songwriter Kevin Nash, ladies and gentlemen. All right, 0-1 pitch to Swanson, swing and a miss. 0-2. Let's reset this for you. It's the top of the ninth. The Braves are up 3-1 with one out, and Dansby Swanson at bat. I think I see a download button, or is that a... Yep, I found the download button. Dansby is out. 2 away. Or maybe that's grayed out. All right, Austin Riley is pinch hitting now. A big cut and a miss. Oh, 1 pitch to Austin Riley. He lays off that slider, 1-1. Yeah, the slider has been killing Riley. Two outs, top of the ninth. Outside, 2-1. Well, dang, you know, when you have Keith Urban's band member singing on your demo, that's big time. That's great stuff. I know A-Bomb will want a copy of that music I just posted. There is a strike to Riley. Full count. So nobody on. 2 outs, top of the ninth. Full count Austin Riley. The Braves up by 2. And Austin Riley jacks that deep left field all the way to the wall. That is off the wall. A double for Riley off the top of the wall. He Frankenstein that one. Nicely done. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, Jimmy Buffett's got nothing on Kevin Nash. That's some great beach music. So they're going to intentionally walk Acuna. So runners first and second now with 2 outs. All right, Ozzie steps in now. Chance to get that insurance for us. Vincent is pitching for the Phillies now. And that's upstairs, 1-0. Let's go ahead and knock him out of this. Still sitting tight with 163 subscribers. 1-0 pitch to Ozzie. He had to get out of the way of that one. That's another ball. 2-0. Time for some 2-out lightning. Keckerman, I agree. Yeah, Riley could warm up at just the right time. It's all about timing. Playing your best game as you go into the playoffs. And Ozzie takes... Oh, come on, ump. That was a ball called a strike. 2-1. Bring on the robo umpire. I mean, I don't really want to have a robo umpire. I wish the human umpires could do a better job and get it right virtually 100% of the time. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Big cut at the high heater. But I don't want umpires deciding games. I want the players to decide the game. And however that happens, we need to get there. Yeah, A-Bomb, Kevin will talk to you about some Todd Harradine. And there's a base hit from Ozzie into right field. Austin comes around, and there's going to be a play at the plate. They got him. Bang, bang. Austin gunned down at home to end the top of the ninth. Man. Harper gets Riley. Let's get another look at that. Close play, but son of a bitch. All right, so they're going to be Melanson up next for the Braves, in for the save. Well, that was unfortunate, but you know, the fact that Riley did get that double, that's great to see him getting a good hit there. All right, well, hopefully the end of the game is coming up next, the bottom of the ninth. The Phillies trail by 2.
And say, Gene Garber, how do you spell relief?
I spell it B-A-N-N-E-R, and I say that because Fresca WSB Braves Banner Night is coming up between games of the July 19th Braves-Phillies doubleheader. And that sounds like a lot of fun.
It's brought to you by Sugar Free Fresca and by WSB Radio, and winners will receive cash prizes with $1,000 going to the best overall banner.
So join the fun on Banner Night. Braves baseball, a family affair. Hey, let's see what you have there.
Ah, kids, that looks terrible. All right, enough of Gene Garber.
Pete Rose and the Philadelphia Phillies take on the Atlanta Braves Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Catch all the hits on your super sports station, WTBS. Catch the hits.
Tank top, a Red Cross card, and get my whistle. Living my dreams, sand on my feet. Under the sun, you can trust me. I'm king of the beach. I'm about as tan as George Hamilton. Swim like a fish when there's a life to save.
All right. All right, all right. I hope you maybe heard a little bit there. I think we got a little bit on there that time. King of the Beach by Kevin Nash. My tan, I'm as tan as George Hamilton. I love that. I know exactly who you're talking about. All right, bottom of the ninth underway. Starts off with a strike, 0-1 to Kingery. Get out the rolling tools, Mondo, because we are about to nail this down. Scherzer going to be a free agent next year? Don't know. Why'd Riley go home? I guess they waved him around. I don't... Yeah, you know. Could have played it a little safer there. But it took a good throw to get him, and Harper delivered. So, I mean, if the throw was off in a little bit, he would have been safe. Just as soon as Austin does something good, he ruins it by running home at a snail's pace. Good take, Gibby. All right, 2-1 count to Kingery here in the bottom of the ninth. Melanson looking for a save. Catcher setting up inside, but that is a fastball right over the meat of the plate. But Acuna is going to get the pop up in right field. Acuna started in center, but they moved him over to right and put Billy in center. Adam Hazley will be pinch hitting now, I believe. No, he is not pinch hitting. That's the number 6 batter. And there's another curveball that drops in there. That thing just drops like 5 feet. 0-1. What about Donaldson? I mean, are we bringing him back, is what you're asking? You might as well. Austin isn't quite ready for prime time. Swing and a miss at the high heater, 0-2. But I would not be surprised if the organization does not re-sign Donaldson and brings up the younger talent, the cheaper talent. And if you look at a team's salaries, there's usually a handful of guys, maybe 1 or 2 guys making that $20 million a year, then a few guys getting $1 or $2 million a year, and everyone else getting just 6 figures. It's mostly guys, not making those $1 million contracts, much less the $20 million contracts. And I am not a big fan of these epic contracts players get. $20 million for a year of baseball just seems obscene. $20 million? Are you kidding me? Two-two pitch. There's a chopper. Dansby has it but can't get it out of his glove. He has to put it in his pocket. 1 out, 1 on now for the Phillies in the bottom of the ninth. Dang. 'Heck, give Donaldson a multi-year contract. Maybe he'll come down off the salary a little bit. He should be a good player for years to come. Make it rain in my bank account. All right, Hernandez takes a strike, 0-1. 1 out, 1 on. Bottom of the ninth. Double play ends the game. Yeah, Keckerman, a 10-year contract. I mean, I think that Acuna is a bit young in his career for that kind of contract. And I don't know that, who are you going to give a 10-year contract to anyway, but he has proven himself to be an elite hitter. One thing I noticed that Acuna can do that only the great hitters can do is that's compensate for the changeup and still hit it with authority. And by that I mean a player who can sit on a fastball and then adjust to a changeup and still hit it. I mean, Barry Bonds could do that, and that might have been the steroids, but so he's got a very unique gift there. Well, we'll see in 10 years. Maybe he is, the next franchise player, the next Chipper Jones, the next Freddie Freeman. 2-1 pitch. Fouled off. And I don't know what kind of trade clauses he has, or if you can do. I mean, is that 10-year contract going to make it more likely he's going to stay in Atlanta? Can he still not be traded? Because the Braves and all teams have a history in this era of baseball of trading away all the good players. There's not as many franchise players. You're rooting for a jersey, not a player so much these days, which I think has hurt the game overall. I mean, it's why guys like Donaldson can make $20 million, though. All right, 2-2 to Hernandez. Nasty curveball. They don't ring him up on that. Another missed call by the umpire. Full count. Yeah, thank you, A-Bomb. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the like button. Crush the subscribe button. Ding the share and ring the bell. And then also subscribe to A-Bomb. He is the other play-by-play reaction guy. 3-2 pitch to Hernandez. And there's a chopper. Slow roller. No one's going to be able to throw him out in time. That's effectively a swinging bunt. So, crap. Donaldson had to put that in his pocket. No one could get to it in time. Runners first and second now. 1 out, bottom of the ninth. That's too bad. It was a good pitch, a poorly hit ball. It just, what a lucky at bat for Hernandez. T-Man has entered the dugout. A new player has entered the game. What up, T-Man? Yeah, that's not Mellinson's fault. That was just unlucky. All right, there's a little mound meeting going on. Welcome 17 people in the box. Glad to have you guys aboard. So we come down to hopefully a Braves win here. We're in a situation. There's 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the ninth. We lead by 2 for now. And it's Miller time at bat. He comes in with a .232 average. And Miller swings and misses over the top of that curveball. Mellinson with a video game-esque curveball. Gibby calling for the double play here. 0-1 pitch. It's a good pitch count to get the double play. Let's see if they can get him to ground out with another curveball. All right. Here is the pitch. Fastball just off the lower corner. Just missed there, 1-1. Great pitch, though. That's, if he had swung at that probably would have been a double play. And according to the dugout, the Nats are beating the Twins tonight. Speaking of wild card races. Now we come into this game with a 9.5 game lead on the Nationals for the division. So I'm not worried about that. Fastball upstairs, 2-2. All the Braves need to do is just keep doing what they're doing. We're winning like crazy. We're a buzzsaw. And I think we will keep this momentum in the playoffs. We're not a perfect team, but we're damn good, and we can obviously beat anybody in this league, and we're playing well. Line drive, Dansby stabs that one for the out and almost doubles up the runner at second on a force, but 2 away now, runners first and second. So great defensive play by Dansby Swanson to save a run. Let's see the replay here. Yeah, Dansby extends and almost doubles up the runner. All right, so 1 out away. And if the Braves win, magic number will be 8. Thank you, Mexican Forgo Lavkin. I don't have the standings right in front of me. All right, it's Franco batting now. Oh, the umpire missed another call. That was a fastball for a strike, but called a ball. Definitely a strike. What is wrong with this guy? And Kevin, if you turn on downloads on Reverb Nation, I know you probably don't want people downloading your stuff for free, but I'll snag those MP3s and get them on the air more easily for future games. 1-0 pitch. That is called a strike finally. 1-1. You know, and A-Bomb, who does the other reaction show, is known for his great copyright-free music selection he plays. So I think I need to up my game, and the Kevin Nash library would definitely do that. All right, 1-1 pitch coming up to Franco, and he calls for time. And we've got the Franco Stein beer mugs over at treasurehunt.ga when you click on Sports Fans. And my scoreboard is acting up again. At the 1-1. Franco hits it hard but pulls it foul. Strike ends it. A base hit extends it. The fix is in, T-Man. This umpire's on the take. Phillies down to their last strike. Melanson takes a sign, comes set, kicks and fires. And Franco gets just a piece of that to stay alive. 1-2. Might be a little point shaving. What do you think, guys? Is that a thing in baseball? All right, 1-2 pitch. Melanson just needs one more strike. 2 on for the Phillies. 2 outs. Upstairs. 2-2. And Flowers, I don't know if his knees are hurting, but he's coming out of he's not even going into his stance. He's just kind of squats a little bit, and I don't know if that's kind of messing up the strike zone for the pitcher. But he's not in that traditional catcher crouch. The 2-2 pitch for the game, and that is upstairs. Full count. Man. Wanted to get him out right there. Now you have to throw a strike or the bases are loaded. Oh man, good news. I was hoping for a good update on your song getting put in that Anna Nicole Smith movie. And Franco pops that one straight up. Donaldson trying to get to it. And he gets it. He sticks his hand into the dugout and reaches it out of foul territory. Brings it in to end the game. Love the glove from Donaldson. He had to lean over the rail a bit. His glove was definitely in the dugout. And nicely done, Josh Donaldson. All right, well, we get that back and beat the Phillies tonight here in Philadelphia in a close game. So some great defense in the bottom of the ninth for the Braves. The magic number is at 8. And we know what time it is, Mondo. We've seen your backyard now. We know what's going on. Oh, and I was right. That Tyler Flowers exit velocity on that smash he had, 107.5 miles an hour. So that was absolutely crushed. Dallas Keuchel with the win. And Melanson with the save. Well, thanks for tuning in, Kevin. Thank you on the compliment there. Great broadcasting. Broadcasting great. Yeah, the ump kind of almost cost us the game, T-Man, but we came away with the win. Braves' next telecast is Friday versus the Washington Nationals. So I guess we have tomorrow off. All right, I did not realize that. Or maybe tomorrow's just not a televised broadcast. Yeah, I think that's the case, actually. The Phillies 1 run off 5 hits and an error. The Braves 3 runs off 7 hits. Okay. Well, we appreciate you very much for tuning in tonight to our play-by-play reaction show. And we are going to leave you now with the sounds of singer-songwriter Kevin Nash. And I will see you on the flip side. Our next scheduled for definite sure broadcast is, and we'll probably do one before Sunday, but definitely Sunday evening nationally televised Atlanta Falcons game. We are going to be bringing you dual coverage with that on this channel Sunday about, I'll have to double check, but it might be 7 Central. All right, well, so long and good night. We're going to listen to Arms of the Lord, Anna Nicole song. This is one of Kevin's songs, and it is being considered to be included in a soundtrack for an upcoming movie based on the life of Anna Nicole. That would be a very big deal for Kevin, so good luck and keep us posted.
Of Grace Kelly, Marilyn Monroe. She took Hollywood by storm, wearing Guess jeans and a halo. Her sex appeal was bigger than her Lone Star State. Oh, Anna behind a cloud so long. I guess that was the hour God called you home. Like so many stars before you, yours faded out way